Hello, it's Burgess Taylor. Are you participating in NaNoWriMo? If you are, why? Are you writing a novel? Do you want to write a novel? Why? Why do you want to write? That's one of the very first questions you should ask yourself and know the answer to if you want to participate in NaNoWriMo and win. I'll tell you this. Second weekend, some of that enthusiasm is going to have waned a little. You know what's going to help you keep motivated? If you know the reason you're participating, why are you writing a novel? Why? Do you have a story you want to tell? Is everyone sitting in the back of your mind and you just got to get it out on paper? Remember that. You're going to need that answer. You're going to need that to keep you motivated throughout the month of November. It takes a lot of work to write 50,000 words in 30 days. It's a lot of willpower. That's a lot of dedication. And like for me, like I said already, that's a lot of coffee. But the main thing I have to remember to keep my focus on, to remind myself, why am I doing this? Why is it important? Why do I want to write a novel? Why am I participating in NaNoWriMo? Whatever your answer is, it better be important. You better keep that in mind because you're going to need it. NaNoWriMo is hell. It's hell month. It's worth every bit of it. It is worth every bit of it. It's fun and it's interesting. It's a learning experience. It strengthens you, but it's hard. Especially if you have a full-time job or even a part-time job, if you're going to school, if you have any life outside of writing, family, friends, you're going to need to remember because it's a busy month. Number 2, know what you want to write about. Your idea. Before you start, you might want to have an idea. I talk about this in a different video, how to choose your idea, but before you start, you might want to have some kind of idea. Otherwise, you're going to spend that first day or 2 or 3 or week trying to figure out what you're writing about, naming your characters, building your world, making your setting, all that kind of stuff. And that's going to actually take away from the time you could spend writing. Right now, while you'll have just a little bit over 2 weeks before NaNoWriMo starts, you might want to come up with an idea. So number 1, why are you writing? Why are you participating in NaNoWriMo? Number 2, what do you want to write about? Number 3, you might want to have some kind of roadmap, an outline, something. Whether you're a pantser or a plotter, you might want to have some kind of general idea of what's going to happen. The beginning, the middle, the end. Maybe you don't want all that. Maybe just have a beginning and an end. But I will tell you, the saggy middle, halfway through NaNoWriMo, you're going to be wondering what the hell is going on and where your novel's going to go. You're going to feel in that, you're going to get in that slump. And it works out a lot better if you know where you're going. If you have that roadmap. I need to go from here to there to get to here. It works a lot better that way. And I am a pantser at heart. I am a pantser. I will always be a pantser at heart. But I am learning to outline, at least loose outlining, because when I take a trip, even if I decide to go on a weekend trip and we just pick a direction, north, south, east, or west, we just get in the car and go. Before I get in that car and go, I pack my clothes. I pack my toothbrush, my toothpaste, my makeup, my deodorant. I make sure I have some comfortable shoes. That kind of thing. You don't want to get out there, and be stuck with no clean underwear, of course, unless you go commando. But, that's on you. So, the next one. There are forums. NaNoWriMo has forums out there. There's also Facebook. NaNoWriMo has a Facebook page. There's Twitter. There's Tumblr. There's Instagram. There's YouTube. Put in hashtag NaNoWriMo and you'll get a ton of stuff. That community is there for a reason. We inspire each other. We motivate each other. We keep each other on track. We keep each other accountable and liable for what we're doing. And we give each other great ideas. We help. For me, it helps me. One, I know I'm not alone out here. I know I'm not the only one participating in NaNoWriMo. I'm not the only one who's feeling the saggy middle. I'm not the only one who's feeling that enthusiasm wane. I'm not the only one stressed out because I didn't make my word count yesterday. Social media, don't abuse it though. Don't stay on social media the whole time and spend all of your time you should be writing out on social media. You might want to cut the internet off at a certain point until you've gotten so many words written. I'm not suggesting whatsoever at all that you spend all your time on social media and not write. It's very important to find a balance. If you're stuck though, you can somewhere, you need an idea, you need a character name, or you need something like that. All these things are on NaNoWriMo's forums. They have a ton of questions with answers, people who have put in answers that can help you find a first line. They can help you find a character name. They can help you with a setting. People share pictures of their writing spaces. It's really great. I mean, it is. I love the NaNoWriMo forums, and I love all the things, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter about writing. We do word sprints, hashtag NaNoWriMo, hashtag word sprint, stuff like that. It's wonderful, and it really keeps you on the move. But you can't stay on social media or you won't get anything written. Number 5, a notebook and a pen. If you come up with an idea and you're not at your computer and you need to write it down, you got that notebook and that pen, you can write it down and you don't forget. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you had a dream about your character, or you had a dream and it's important, you came up with an idea, you want to write it down, you've got the pen and paper right beside your bed, on the nightstand, in your purse, in your book bag, in your car console, whatever. Keep a pen and a notebook handy. If you are one of those people who's stuck to technology, have an app on your phone for a little like notepad, word pad kind of thing, okay, fine. I like to write it down. My phone is wonderful, but the smartphone and the autocorrect gets on my nerves. I don't like it, and I don't check my phone for crap like that. I use a pen and a paper. It helps my creative process. But whatever works for you, that's great. I'll just never be one of those people who's putting down all my ideas in a phone, because I'm also one of those people who's clumsy and drops phones and breaks phones and things like that. So for me, it's a notebook and pen, but for you, it might be your tablet, it might be your phone, might be whatever works for you, but you might want to keep some kind of little thing where you can write your ideas down. Number 6, shut off your internal editor. During NaNoWriMo, your internal editor does not need to be on. It does not. NaNoWriMo is about writing. There's a whole month devoted to editing. I didn't even know that, but it's in March. It's called NaNoWriMo, and it's in March. Whole month dedicated to editing. NaNoWriMo is about writing. That's why it's WRI. W-R-I. That's the first 3 letters of writing. NaNoWriMo is about editing. Shut your internal editor off. Off. O-F-F. Off. And remember that. Number 7, time management. And I've combined number 7 with time management and schedule. I know it's 2, but to me they go hand in hand. If you're working or going to school, or both, you're going to need to set some kind of schedule for your writing, whether you have to get up early, stay up a little later, do it on your lunch hour, whatever. You need to find whatever works best for you and kind of stick to it. Because once you kind of get off course with NaNoWriMo, it's hard to catch up. The more you get behind, the harder it is to catch up. Number 8, you need to make NaNoWriMo, your writing, a priority. If you don't make your writing a priority, nobody else is going to. And if you want support, which is number 9, from other people in your life to support you by understanding that this is important to you, then you have to make your writing a priority. Like I said, if you don't make it a priority, nobody else is going to. Number 9, support. You need to let the people in your life know what you're doing, why you're doing it. Question 1, why are you writing? You need to let the other people in your life know why you're writing, why this is important to you, what you're doing, what it's about, how can they support you, what's going on. If you need to make meals in crock pots, frozen meals, if you need to get stuff done ahead of time before NaNoWriMo starts, if you need supplies, if you need some quiet time, if you need to have a little writing space, a little writing corner, whatever. Let people know what's going on and why. When people understand that something's important to you and they know the why it's important to you, they're much more likely to support you in your endeavors, especially if you've made it a priority. Same thing with respect. If you respect yourself, others are much more likely to respect you. Well, the same goes with a priority. I have people in my life who are very supportive now, but in the beginning, I didn't make this a priority. I didn't believe in myself. I had so many self-doubts. I didn't really think of myself as a real writer. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't take it seriously. I didn't take myself seriously. Other people weren't going to take me seriously if I didn't take myself seriously. How were they supposed to know what a big deal it was to me if I kind of played it off like it wasn't really a big deal? Well, I'm not really a writer. This is just kind of hobby. It's just kind of fun. No. I had to learn how to take myself seriously. I had to learn how to get rid of some of that self-doubt and start believing in myself and make it a priority and own it. I am a writer. This is what I do. I have a story inside me that needs to be told, and it's important to me. So I need you to understand that this is very important to me, and I'm going to spend the whole month of November writing like a crazy person. I'm going to have snacks. I'm going to need coffee. I'm going to need chocolate. I'm going to need some quiet time. And you know what? It made a big difference when I sat down and I explained. Number 10, commitment. This is pretty self-explanatory. I just got finished going over why it's making it a priority and asking for support. But you need to be committed. This is a lot of words. 50,000 words in 30 days. That's a lot of words. That's 1,667 words a day if you make it to 50, to make it to 50 in 30 days. Some of us write more on some days. Some of us are doing good to do the 1667. I mean, if you're working and going to school, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. Writing is my full-time job. It's what I do. I also take care of a home. I have a family, I have a grandson, I have a lot of other things going on. My daughter got a job, so now my responsibility in the afternoon is just to pick my grandson up from daycare and to spend some time with him and feed him. Sometimes bathe him before she gets here, or sometimes, so that then she can go home and do her thing because, she's working now. She finished school and she got a job. So as the Mimi, one of my responsibilities is to help out, and I enjoy it and I have fun, but it means that I need to have everything done before 4 o'clock, because if I don't, then I can't do it when he's here. Believe me, he's 3 and he just turned 3. When she picks him up, I have time after she picks him up, but that really messes up my schedule. I write at night sometimes, but I need to edit videos and I need to plan out things and I need to do other things in the evening. I usually write as an extra thing in the evenings. If I've got time and I've got all the other things that I needed to do done during the evening, then I write in the evening sometimes. But most of the time, I get my writing done during the day. That's my schedule. And if I screw my schedule up, then I'm stuck trying to do double duty in the evenings. So I'm committed to writing. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to my home. Writing is a priority, and I know that I have to kind of keep on task. And sometimes you have to multitask. But if you think out these things and you have these things planned, then you should do pretty well. There's no reason you shouldn't win NaNoWriMo. No reason you shouldn't. So I'm going to end on that note. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be with more videos soon. I have a video to make about my next part of my outline. I'm really excited about this part too. See you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.